Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey guys, 3D Crypto here. Hope everyone's doing well. And guys, in today's video, just a quick update on the Drip network and the Drip platform on the Binance Smart Chain. The reason for the update is I've done quite a few videos regarding Drip. And a lot of people have been messaging me. A lot of people have been contacting me on Instagram and Twitter and asking me about the Drip network, how it's all going, and literally how they can get in and any updates. Because obviously, any good news around Drip always leads to a Drip price increase. So quickly, if you just have a quick look at the Drip price, the great news is that Drip is listed on CoinMarketCap, so it gets a lot more visibility out there. And we can see that since it's been listed, the price has been hovering between the $21 to about the $25 range. It does fluctuate just because of the way the tokenomics are designed. You will see price fluctuations within Drip, but not huge fluctuations. It's either $1 here or $1 there. And because Drip is also pegged to BNB, as it's Drip BNB peering, which dictates the price. So obviously as BNB price goes up, you'll also see Drip price going up relative as well. And as we can see, the Drip price and the BNB price have all been trending upwards over the past 7 to 10 days. And that's because crypto is in a nice position where it's increasing steadily every single day. But yeah, so Drip at the moment is currently trading as of now for $24.79. So each drip is worth $24.79. And then the way the contract works and the way the tokenomics of this is designed, it's all around taxation. So this is a certificate of deposit contract. You've probably seen them before on other blockchains like Ethereum and Tron. You probably know about things like Tron Chain and Bankroll Flow. So this is an evolution of those type of certificate of deposit contracts. The way they work is once you get the appropriate token, in this case Drip, you go ahead and deposit those tokens. So in this case, I've deposited 2,187 tokens. Those tokens are then locked into the contract, in this case, the Drip faucet contract, and I will never have access to these Drip. No one has access to these Drip apart from the contract. What I get in return is 1% of this amount daily into my available balance. And I will keep getting that 1% up until I hit my maximum payout, which is 365% of your deposit. So this is a dynamic number. It changes. So as your deposits increase, your 1% available increases, and in turn your maximum payout increases. And this platform and this game will continue until your claimed amount matches your max payout. Now, people ask me, how can I increase my maximum payout and my available and my deposited amount? Very simple. There's two ways of doing this. Number one, it's by purchasing fresh Drip from the fountain and depositing, or by hydrating. Hydrating is also another word for compounding. What does compounding mean? It basically means your available Drip, as opposed to withdrawing it and selling it, you just redeposit it back in. Now, a lot of these contracts, certificate of deposit contracts, rely on minting new tokens to pay out your available rewards. Now, what's so beautiful about Drip is it all works by using taxation and fees to pay these rewards. So what are the fees? So simply put, every single action within the Drip ecosystem or anything to do with the Drip token has a 10% tax. So if you buy Drip on PancakeSwap, if you sell Drip on PancakeSwap, if you sell Drip on the fountain, if you send someone Drip, if you airdrop someone Drip, whatever you do with Drip, you deposit it into the faucet, that will incur a 10% fee, and those fees are collected in a contract, and those fees are what pays these available divs. There are only two scenarios where there is either a decreased taxation or no taxation. So firstly, this is the only place on the blockchain where you can buy drip and you will have no taxation. So you can buy 100 drip and there is no fee. This is the only place. So if you try buying drip on another exchange, there will be a fee. If you buy it on the drip.community fountain site, or the swap page basically, there is no fee. This is the only place, bear that in mind. And the other action, which has a reduced fee, is hydrating or compounding. That will incur a 5% fee as opposed to a 10% fee. So some people, unbeknown to me, what they will do is they will hit claim, and then the 42 drip will be taxed 10%, and that will go into the available, and then they go ahead and whatever is left over, they'll put back in again, and then that will get taxed again. So you're getting hit with a 19% tax because you're getting 10% claim and then a 10% deposit. Now, to reduce that and take away 15% of those taxes, just hit compound or hydrate, and then your available will go into your deposit, and you will save 5. So you will only be charged 5%, thus saving yourself 15%. So if you want to grow your deposit, best thing is to use the hydrate or the recompound function. Guys, a lot of this information is in the drip light paper, so please do give that a read. I will link it down below so you guys can also give it a quick read. Very interesting, and it basically explains the tokenomics. Now, the big question everyone asks is the price of drip. What controls the price of drip? It's simple: supply and demand. So what we see here is the fountain page or the swap page, and this has a ratio of the amount of BNB and the amount of drip. If there's more BNB than there is drip, the price goes up. If there's more drip than there is BNB, the price goes down. So what we look at is the supply. So at the moment, in the swap or the fountain page, there is 88,191 drip available. As the supply decreases, the ratio of BNB increases, which pushes the price up. Inversely, if the supply increases, then the ratio of BNB decreases, thus bringing the price down, the drip price down relative to BNB. Very simple. So the big buys will push the price up, and if we can track those buys on different platforms, but one platform that I do use, it's not 100% accurate, but it gives you a broad general feeling of what the drip price is doing, is sidekick.finance, and then I go and use their drip watcher, and it is a useful tool. It will basically tell you recent trades for drip. This is the kind of metric I like looking at. So you can see total USD buys for today. So we've got the 3 biggest transactions are all buys. So you've got a $27,000 or a $28,000 buy, you've got a $22,000 buy, and a $20,000 buy. So in the top 8, you can see there's only 2 sells of significant amount, which is 8,000 and 4,000, but predominantly there's more buys than sells, which is what pushes the price up. And then if we go down here and see the chart, you can see in the last 24 hours, again, this isn't 100% accurate. It does miss out some transactions, but a broad kind of view of what's going on, you can see is $159,000 or $160,000 worth of drip purchased, and there's only been $138,000 worth of sales. And you can see kind of you get big buys down here of 27,000, then another big buy here of 21,000, another big buy here of 30,000. So you can see how the buys accumulate over a 24-hour period. Now, and also people ask, what is being done to increase buys? So there's a lot of things that are being done, and to keep track of that, the best resource is the Telegram, the Drip Telegram. The lead dev Forex is always on there. He's always releasing new information. He's done a lot of interviews with people to get the name and the brand Drip out there. His partnership with Focus Visual, who are a large streamer management group. So the more visibility and the more people that have Drip within their hands, the more the price can go up because there is more demand for it. As far as tracking the price, the Drip price bot is also a very useful tool. You can see down here, it tracks buys and sells. You can see there's a buy here of 1.31 BNB, then another one of 0.24. So it's a really good resource, and it will tell you kind of like the buys and the sells and the turnover of BNB within the drip platform. What we have had is a lot of partnerships, unofficial partnerships, where people have tried jumping on the drip bandwagon. And so I'm just going to point out a few posts by Forex Shark, the lead dev, regarding these partnerships and what he has planned for the future. So basically he wants everyone to be careful of projects claiming to have drip partnerships. So there was a project called Ghost, and it was trying to promote a drip partnership unofficially, which the drip community and the drip dev knew nothing about, and there was no partnership deal made with them. And it turns out they'd done some kind of soft rug after launch, and it was only found out after the launch that they rugged, and they were trying to put Drip's name along with their platform, basically. And then there was another project called Stable, and there was a potential partnership down there if the Stable farms had passed the audits. It looks like they did pass the audits, but they also changed the way that they were launching. And when they launched, the lead dev didn't kind of resonate with the launch and kind of everything behind it, so he kind of backed out, and he wasn't happy with how they were operating. So again, he never co-signed that partnership. He was saying, look, I am not going to go in that partnership. It's not drip approved. It's not anything to do with drip. And sure enough, they launched and they had a few farms, and you can see that they had a drip and a stable farm, and then they had drip and BUSD. And then because of the way the platform was designed, there was a lockup period. Whenever you have a lockup period, inevitably the price is going to dump before the lockup opens. And that's exactly what happened. So the lead dev basically said, he goes, they're still going to have drip pools, but be aware, when you launch a token before the farm goes live, the token almost always dumps before the farm goes live, and be careful and hold it at your own risk. And sure enough, the next message, it goes, if you enter the stable farm who hosted drip pools, remove your drip and put it into the faucet or the reservoir where you will maximize your safe returns. The drip and drip LP tokens are still in the stable farm contract, so you can still emergency withdraw them. And there was a link to a video as well of basically how to go ahead and with emergency withdraw your LP tokens for those farms. But the actual token, the stable token, it was not something that was gonna ever work out because of the way that they were launching, and the lead dev Forex for Drip realized this, and that's why he pulled out of the partnership. And then again, there's warnings. I will give you warnings. If you go on the Drip Telegram, there's always warnings. It's basically enter these platforms at your own risk. And then in a couple of weeks, he has mentioned that he's going to be doing partnership with a farm, and he's going to be helping to develop that farm with a friend. And they're going to do it 100% right. He's going to be hands-on with it every step of the way to ensure that it's done correctly, it gets the correct promotion, and then once it's all set up and running, he's going to leave the management to his good friend, and then he can focus back onto Drip. And there's going to be a pre-sale raise for this project in about a week to 10 days, and hopefully launch a couple of weeks after that, and then there'll be updates for this, and those updates will come strictly in the Drip Telegram chat, nowhere else. So if it's not written down there that it's an official partnership, it's not a partnership. It's just someone trying to get onto the Drip bandwagon, because Drip at the moment is the hottest thing in crypto. There's nothing close to it the way it's paying out. And then finally, there was more news regarding promotion. So the banner ads are ready. It took a few extra days than expected, because there's a more intensive moderation process for certificate of deposit or ROI platforms such as Drip. And the reason for that is so many of them are rug pulls and so many of them are shady. But of course, Drip passed with flying colors. And then the lead dev has spent a lot of time with large development teams working out partnership strategies, working out deals to get a ton of new exposure and listings on multiple exchanges, analytics sites, more announcements to come soon. And the great thing is, if you look at the metrics of the Drip token, it's primed for a massive price pump. It is primed. This price is ready to just go parabolic. And that's right. And that's because over 84% at the time of writing of this message of the total supply is currently locked in contracts, with the vast majority locked up in the vault. So it's not going to take much for us or much for anyone to see some serious gain. It's been 1.5 weeks since our amazing launch, and he couldn't be more bullish. So if we have a look at the tokens there, Forex said 84%, you can see 85%. So holder number one of all drip tokens is the taxation pool, so the faucet base. So there's 850 million drip that can be exhausted before it even goes to try to mint new drip tokens. So that's a lot. And then the second holder is the swap page. There's 88,000 drip tokens available. And you look at that, the third largest holder, who is an individual who's got just under 8,000 drip, he's only got 0.7%. So even if he went ahead and sold his whole bag in one go, it wouldn't make a big difference on the price. So if anything, it's primed for a pump. Even if someone who had a huge bag came into the platform, a huge bag, I'm talking about millions of dollars, all that would happen is the price of drip will just go astronomical, because the ratio of drip to BNB within the faucet will be so lopsided and so skewed towards BNB that the drip price would be huge. And that's what's going to increase the price going up continuously, because it's going to be more and more difficult to purchase drip. So as the supply goes down, as this supply keeps decreasing, it's going to get harder and harder to buy drip. And it will eventually get to a point where people won't be purchasing one drip. They'll be purchasing fractions of drips, like 0.1 of a drip or 0.2 of a drip. And then slowly but surely, Forex in his thought process is the minimum drip requirement for deposits will be decreased again. So we started at 10 drip as the minimum deposit, and we went down to 1 drip, and it could potentially go down to 0.1 drip, because the price of drip is going to go up so much that it's not going to be feasible for people, especially newcomers, to come in and try purchasing 1 drip or 10 drip, because it's going to be just too much. So that is the great thing about this contract. The contract is, and the tokenomics are all designed for this to pump. So if you guys are watching this video and you're not already in drip, and you're thinking, wow, I really want to get in this, do not hesitate. If you have read the white paper, if you've watched the content that I've done before, if you know the risks and you know how this all works, and you know about certificate of deposit ROI contracts, then you know why this is different from every other platform out there that says they can give 1% daily, because this has sustainability and this platform has longevity. This platform cannot be dumped on. As I said, if someone came in with a huge amount of BNB and they put in, say, 20,000 BNB, all that will happen is the supply will decrease and the price will go up. And that person, if he goes to buy and sell and do a quick flip, he's got a 10% taxation that he has to pay, or he or she has to pay before getting out. So if they purchase all this drip, the price goes up by, say, 5%, and they go, yeah, I've made a quick 5%, and they go ahead and sell it, they've actually made a 5% loss. So it makes more sense for them to go ahead and deposit into the faucet, where they can make 1% every single day on their deposited amount. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, if you're on the sidelines thinking, I want to get in, but I'm going to still wait, well, guys, yeah, you can wait, but be prepared to pay a lot more for this drip if you're going to be waiting. So if you want to get into this contract, I've got so many videos on drip, on how to get in. If you go back on my channel, I've got some tutorials. I've got all that kind of, if you watch some of these drip network videos, you will see exactly how to get in. But I'll just give you a quick rundown on how to get in. So firstly, you guys need to have MetaMask or a Binance Smart Chain wallet configured to work on the Binance Smart Chain. Once you have that, ensure you have some BNB. You need BNB to buy drip, and you need BNB to cover transaction fees. So first thing you need to do is head on over to the fountain page, and this is where you're going to go ahead and purchase drip. Remember when I mentioned this is the only platform, the only place on the blockchain where you can purchase drip without a 10% fee. So if you go ahead and buy 100 BNBs worth of drip, you're going to get 100 BNBs worth of drip. But if you go to sell it, you sell that same 100 BNB. So let's say you, with 100 BNB, you estimate to get 1,636. So you get 1,636 drip. When you go to sell that 1,636, you're only going to get back 82 drip. Sorry, 82 BNB, and that's because of the 10% fee. So when you go ahead on this site, you buy your drip, you hit buy, and it will throw up a MetaMask confirmation. Once you've done that, you will see your drip balance will have the amount of drip. So with 100 BNB, I can get just over 1,600 drip. Then you head on over to the faucet page. The faucet page, you're going to see something like, when the first time you do this, let me refresh this. So the first time you join the page, you're going to see this. Everything's going to be zeroed out because you haven't started. The first thing you need to do is scroll down to where it says get a buddy, and in the buddy section you need to enter an address, a Binance Smart Chain, a BSC address. Without an address, you can't do anything. This is kind of your entry into the platform. So I will leave my address down below, the 3D Crypto team address, and then you basically go ahead and paste your address in there. You hit update, and once you hit update, it will just populate an address that you've entered, and then once you will see the address in this section. That means you're now ready to deposit. And you go ahead to your deposited amount, and you need to deposit drip. Bear in mind, there is a 10% fee on deposit. So if you deposit 10 drip, you won't see 10 drip in there because there's going to be a 10% fee or a 10% tax. And we all know those tax are needed to pay out the rewards for the platform. So if you put in 10 BNB, you will see your deposit is 9. That's going to be your deposit, 9 drip. And that 9 drip will yield you every single day 0.09 drip as you're available, and you will keep getting that, and you can keep withdrawing that until you hit your maximum payout, which will be 9 times 365%, which is 32.8. And that's if you just deposit once and just claim forever on. Now, what you want to do is once you put your 9 drip deposit in there, roll, compound, use the power of compound interest and build up your deposited amount to the largest amount possible. And then once you've done that, then your account will be healthy. You'll be in a position where maybe 3 days you roll and then 1 day you withdraw. Or you could get your own strategy where your deposits are growing always, but at the same time, every now and then you can withdraw a bit as and when you need it for kind of like real life costs. But it's such a simple system that once it's set up, once you're in there, you're good to go. But guys, yeah, that's pretty much it for Drip. If you want to be kind of notified of all the latest info, hit the Drip Telegram. All the latest info is there. The lead dev is also there all the time. And if you have any questions or comments for myself, please do leave them down below. I'll be happy to help you out. Any questions or comments about Drip, please do leave them down below. Please do like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of my latest content. I will be releasing more Drip related content as and when the new announcements are made. So obviously the Focus Visual partnership and the new farm that Forex is working on. So once we have more information on that, I'll be making more update videos for you guys so you will know exactly what is going on. So as I said, hit the bell icon to be notified when the latest content is released. In regards to Drip, it would be great to hear from you guys how you're getting on. Please leave it in the comments down below what strategies you are using, what kind of gains you have made, what your plan is to do in the future, where you think Drip price is going. It's always great to hear your feedback. And as I mentioned, guys, questions, comments regarding Drip, please do get in touch with me. I'll be happy to help you guys out in any way. I will leave all the information down below on how to join Drip, as well as links to kind of like the audit, the Drip audit, the Drip contract, the white paper, everything. I will leave links down below to the 3D Crypto Drip team address, so how you can join the 3D Crypto team. And then yeah, guys, that is it for Drip. Those are all the updates I have. I'll be releasing more shortly. And as I always say, you work hard for your crypto, make that crypto work hard for you. And until my next video, take care.